What's up, YouTube? TeamHotPocket here, coming to the side deck video for Twilights. Before I start off here, I'm just going to tell you guys that I'm going to start off by showing you guys all the cards, and then I'm going to tell you why you should side deck them against the Twilights. Main reason why I made this video is because Twilights are pretty big right now, especially since BLS came back and Judgment Dragon's at 3. So anyways, to get started off here, I'm going to name off some obvious cards that you should side deck against them. Effect Veiler, DD Crow, Puppet Plant, some less obvious cards, Neospatian Dark Panther, I have Justice Core Destroyer, Kaiku the Ghost Destroyer, and an Imperial Iron Wall. Now we'll start off with the Effect Veiler. Obvious reason why you should run this is if they drop down Judgment Dragon, BLS, Chaos Sorcerer, and they plan on using its effect to pretty much alter the whole entire duel. You drop Effect Veiler, and then that effect stops. Let's say like BLS was gonna get game by destroying one of your guys and attacking directly. Just drop Effect Veiler so he can't attack twice in the same battle phase. Or if you have a monster with higher than 3,000 attack, which is pretty ungodly, you just drop it down, and then they won't be able to banish your card. So pretty nice, obvious side deck for several decks. Next card, DD Crow, also really obvious. So let's say that they have a target in their graveyard to drop BLS. You DD Crow it. Can't summon out the BLS. Let's say that they accidentally mill BLS, Judgment Dragon, or Chaos Sorcerer. DD Crow it, so then they can't get it back. Yeah, so they can't Monster Reincarnation it.
Or even like Glow Ball, right?
So yeah, DD Crow is pretty obvious. Good side deck in many decks as well. Next card I mentioned was Puppet Plant. Puppet Plant's pretty good, actually very good. Let's say that they drop BLS or Chaos Sorcerer or Lila or several other warriors that they run in the deck. Drop a Puppet Plant, take control, and then you can activate their effects. If it's a BLS, like just drop it down, take their Judgment Dragon, not Judgment Dragon, BLS, and start blowing up stuff on their field and use his effect. You can even attack with it if you really wanted to, so if he has like an empty field except for BLS, and then, just start taking it and going beast mode, and he can also remove himself, so that's pretty nice. Next card was Neospatian Dark Panther. Pretty much the same reason that you would run the Puppet Plant, except Neospatian Dark Panther I like a little bit better. It pretty much gains their effect, and I believe their attack too. No, it just gains their effect, but if they had Judgment Dragon on the field, you drop down the Neospatian Dark Panther and blow up the whole entire field with JD. Or if they had BLS, once again, you just bring down Neospatian Dark Panther, take its effect, and remove and play the BLS. So that's really nice, but these two cards, this is probably better to side deck because there's more decks that run warriors and spellcasters and decks that you want to take their effect from. So Puppet Plant's a little bit better, but Dark Panther's better to side deck against Twilight. Next card I showed was Ally of Justice Core Destroyer. Now this is pretty much a Catastor, except it's only with light monsters. So they can still destroy the Ally of Justice Core Destroyer with some random dark, but you don't have to synchro for Ally of Justice Core Destroyer, so if they drop down the BLS, you summon Core Destroyer, and then you can just attack it, and it gets automatically destroyed, so then you don't have to worry about BLS anymore unless you Monster Reincarnations it. It also works with JD, so if you blew up the whole field, attack for 3,000, you're still alive for another turn, drop down the Core Destroyer, and you don't have to worry about the JD anymore. So
fairies that are all light.
yeah, and it's a pretty good side deck for other decks too, because you can side deck it against fairies or other random light decks that there are out there. Fableds. Next card was Kaiku. A lot of decks already have this in their side. He's a pretty good beater with 1,800 attack, and I believe when he destroys a monster, you get to remove and play 2 cards in their graveyard. So let's say that they were pretty close to getting the JD on the field. They just needed like one more light swarm before they could JD. Remove and play two of their different named light swarms from their grave, and then they won't be able to JD. So
And then after that,
stops that nicely.
they can't remove after that.
And then they can't remove anything after that. So they can't BLS you or anything. So very nice. And then last card was the Imperial Iron Wall. This is kind of like an iffy side deck card because it's not good in all situations. But it's good against a lot of decks in this format because a lot of them are removed from play, like Miracle Heroes and other decks like that. All it does is you can't remove from play cards. It's really effective when you're going for, I guess, game or just attacking, and they want to deprison you, and you have Imperial Iron Wall. Deprison doesn't work, but for Twilights it doesn't really matter. It stops the JD and the Chaos Sorcerer. I mean, that's about it, but that's pretty much their two main cards in the deck other than JD. So if you can, like, Solemn Warning or Judgment the JD and you got Imperial Iron Wall, you pretty much got it set. And it's really easy for them to take this out because of the format with three MST and a Heavy Storm. But then that's their waste for MST, so you could have a better trap set. Or if they flip their Raikou and mill 3 just to get rid of your Imperial Iron Wall, they wasted it again. So, you know, you end up plussing more off of having the Imperial Iron Wall on the field than if you didn't run it. So, there's a lot better cards in the side deck that you could run against them. But if you don't have much, you just got one of these lying around, and you don't have like Haiku or Puppet Plants and stuff, because they're pretty hard to get your hands on, then Imperial Iron Wall definitely would run in a side deck if you don't really have anything else. So yeah, that's pretty much a side deck video. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. If you have any suggestions on other cards that you can side deck, please mention them. There's one card that I don't have. That is a really good side deck that you should definitely side deck. Is Leeching Light. What it does is you pretty much take the monster's attack and add it onto one of your own, and add it onto all of your monsters. So you should also side deck that against them too. But with decks that aren't running all that many lights, I mean, it's really good against Miracle Heroes as well. So it's a good side deck in general. Because you can take their Shining or his Neos Alias and add it onto your own card. But I don't have a copy of that, but just keep that card in mind as well. So you can go ahead and like Google it so you can see what it looks like and read its full effect. Yeah, so just imagine like a Leeching Light here. So yeah, that's pretty much the side deck. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, YouTube.